Embodying Resilience. Welcome back to the Schnarr podcast, and welcome to week 9 of our somatic healing journey. I'm Schnarr, and I'm glad you're here. Every week we come together to grow and glow, learning to live more fully, more consciously, as we glow from the inside out. This is week 9 of 12 of the Schnarr podcast Somatic Healing Series. If you're following along in my 12-week somatic healing book, that's fantastic. If you don't have the book, that's absolutely fine, but you will want something to write with and to write on. If you'd like to get the book, just go to the About section of the Schnarr podcast, wherever you found this episode, and there will be a link to my 12 Somatic Healing Coach Sessions for Coaches and Individuals book on Amazon. Or just go to Amazon and search for Schnarr Coach. That's Schnarr Coach. Be sure to check out the barberschnarrpodcast.com. You'll find the daily motivations, latest podcast episodes, and links to all the books. And be sure to follow me on all the socials too, especially YouTube. Over the past several weeks, we've explored body awareness, breathwork, movement, safety, sensory awareness, emotional processing, self-compassion, and healthy boundaries. Each of these practices has helped us build a stronger relationship with ourselves and a deeper understanding of our body's wisdom. This week, we turn our attention to resilience, one of the most valuable qualities we can cultivate on a healing journey. When people hear the word resilience, they often picture someone who never struggles, never falls apart, and never feels overwhelmed. Society sometimes presents resilience as toughness, endurance, or the ability to push through adversity without showing emotion. But true resilience is something much more nuanced and much more human. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship or pretending everything's fine. It's about developing the ability to move through challenges, recover from setbacks, and return to a sense of balance when life becomes difficult. From a somatic perspective, resilience isn't merely a mental skill. It's something that lives within the body. It can be felt in the steadiness of your breath during a stressful situation. It can be experienced in your ability to recover after a difficult conversation. It can show up in your willingness to rest when you need to rest and to take action when action is required. Resilience isn't about never being affected by life. It's about trusting that you can meet life's experiences and find your way through them. One of the most important things to understand is that resilience is already present within you. You wouldn't be here listening to this episode if resilience was absent from your life. Every challenge you have survived, every obstacle you've navigated, and every difficult season you've endured serves as evidence that resilience exists within you. The purpose of this week's exploration is not to create resilience from scratch, but to reconnect with the resilience that already lives inside your body and your nervous system. Take a moment to think about a difficult time in your life when you faced something awful. Perhaps it was a personal loss, a health challenge, a career setback, a relationship ending, or just a general period of uncertainty. Think about the version of yourself who moved through that experience. What strengths did you discover? What resources helped you cope? What allowed you to keep going even when things felt hard? Many people find that when they reflect on these experiences, they begin to recognize qualities they've previously overlooked. They may notice courage, adaptability, determination, creativity, patience, or faith. Resilience often reveals itself not through dramatic acts of heroism, but through small daily choices to continue showing up, one step at a time. Our bodies play a central role in this process. When we experience chronic stress, trauma, or prolonged uncertainty, the nervous system can begin to become overwhelmed. We may begin living in a constant state of tension or vigilance or exhaustion. Over time, this can make us feel disconnected from our natural capability to adapt and recover. The encouraging news is that the body is remarkably responsive. Through intentional practices, we can support the nervous system, strengthen our ability to regulate stress, and reconnect with a deeper sense of stability. One of the simplest and most effective ways to do this is through grounding. Grounding helps us reconnect with the present moment. It reminds us that while challenges may exist, we are here right now, supported by the environment around us. When we ground ourselves, we shift attention away from spiraling thoughts and bring awareness back to the body. Imagine standing with both feet planted firmly on the ground. Feel the weight of your body being supported by the ground beneath you. Notice the points of contact between your feet and the earth. There is something profoundly reassuring about recognizing that you are supported in this moment. As you breathe, imagine roots extending downward from your feet. Picture those roots moving deeper into the earth, creating a stable foundation beneath you. With every inhale, imagine drawing strength and nourishment up through those roots. With every exhale, allow tension, worry, and instability to flow downward and release. This simple visualization can have a surprisingly powerful effect on the nervous system. It encourages feelings of stability, safety, and connection. It reminds us that resilience is not about standing rigidly against life's storms. Instead, it is about being rooted deeply enough that we can bend, adapt, and recover. Breathwork is another essential tool for building resilience. Your breath serves as a direct communication pathway between your mind, body, and nervous system. When stress levels rise, breathing often becomes shallow and rapid. This signals the body to remain alert and vigilant. By intentionally slowing the breath, we can send a different message, one that communicates safety and calm. Consider taking a slow inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold briefly, then exhale for 6 counts. Notice how the longer exhale encourages your body to relax. As you continue breathing this way, observe any shifts in your muscles, your thoughts, or your emotional state. What makes breathwork so valuable is its accessibility. You don't need special equipment or a particular location or a large amount of time. Your breath is always available to support you, whether you're facing a stressful meeting, navigating a difficult conversation, or simply trying to regain your balance during a busy day. Movement also plays a crucial role in resilience. When we think about resilient people, we often imagine strength. Yet resilience is just as much about flexibility as it is about strength. Consider a tree in a storm. A tree that is completely rigid may break under pressure, while a tree that can sway and adapt has a better chance of weathering strong winds. And our bodies operate in much the same way. Resilience involves the ability to respond, adjust, and recover. Gentle movement practices can help us experience this adaptability directly. Imagine yourself standing and allowing your body to sway slightly from side to side. Now notice how your body automatically makes small adjustments to retain balance. These adjustments happen without conscious effort. Your body is constantly working to help you stay upright, stable, and supported. This natural adaptability is one of the foundations of resilience. Your body is continuously responding to changing circumstances, making countless micro adjustments throughout the day. Becoming aware of this process can help you develop greater trust in your body's capabilities. Of course, resilience isn't only physical. Emotional resilience is equally important. Many people mistakenly believe that resilient individuals don't experience difficult emotions. In reality, Resilient people feel sadness, frustration, fear, disappointment, and grief just like everybody else. The difference is that they learn how to move through these emotions without becoming permanently stuck in them. One of the most effective ways to build emotional resilience is through self-compassion. When challenges arise, many people immediately turn toward self-criticism. They blame themselves, they question their abilities, or focus on perceived failures. Unfortunately, this often creates additional stress during moments when support is most needed. Imagine responding to yourself the way you would respond to a close friend. If someone you cared about was struggling, you would likely offer encouragement, understanding, and patience. You would remind them that setbacks are just part of being human. You would acknowledge their efforts rather than focusing exclusively on their mistakes. Self-compassion invites us to extend that same kindness inward. When difficulties arise, place a hand over your heart and remind yourself that you are doing the best you can with the resources available to you. Notice how your body responds to these words. Often, even small moments of self-kindness can create significant shifts in tension and emotional overwhelm. Another helpful practice is creating what we might call a resilience toolkit. Think of this as a collection of resources that you could access when life feels challenging. Your toolkit might include things like breathing exercises, grounding techniques, supportive music, movement practices, time in nature, trusted friends, inspirational books, journaling, or affirmations that help you connect with your strength. The purpose of a resilience toolkit isn't to eliminate life's challenges. Rather, it provides support when those challenges arrive. Just as we keep practical tools available for household repairs, we can keep emotional and somatic tools available for life's inevitable difficulties. As you move through this week, begin noticing the small ways resilience already appears in your daily life. Perhaps it's the way you recover from a stressful morning. Maybe it's the way your willingness to try again after a setback keeps recurring. It could be your ability to ask for help when you need support or your commitment to caring for yourself during difficult times. Resilience is rarely a dramatic event. More often, it's a collection of small choices made repeatedly over time. It's choosing to take one more breath. It's choosing to rest when needed. It's choosing to remain present instead of giving up. These moments may seem ordinary, but together they form the foundation of a resilient life. As we conclude this week's exploration, remember that resilience isn't something that you have to learn. It's not reserved for a very select few. It's a natural capacity that exists within every human being. Your body's been adapting, healing, and supporting you throughout your entire life. The more you learn to listen to its wisdom, the more you will discover the resilience that's been there all along. Thank you for joining me in week 9 of our somatic healing journey. As you continue forward, remember that resilience is not about never falling. It's about learning that you can rise again. It's about trusting yourself, honoring your needs, and recognizing the incredible strength that already lives within you. Take a slow breath, feel your feet connected to the ground beneath you, and remind yourself, I am resilient, I am adaptable, I am capable of meeting life's challenges with courage, compassion, and trust.